I went to an event today, and I'm wondering if you guys have ever been to an event like this where you go and something just rubs you the wrong way. Like you don't connect with the speaker or how they're doing it. You don't connect maybe with the people there, and yet you've gone there to try to connect with some like minds, and you've gone there maybe to even learn something, and just something doesn't resonate with you. That was my experience today, and honestly, it really just inspired me because ultimately, the truth is that everyone has different things that they're looking for, right? And we all, it's like no judgment to any of that leader, the person who's organizing it, like more power to them. It's just, it wasn't a resonant thing for me. And so I love that people are getting out there and doing it, and no doubt this person is actually going to be the right fit for some of the people that were in the audience, but not a right fit for me. So inspiring, and just really reassuring, kind of like brought me back to this truth, which is that there's so much space. There's so much space to do great things in this life, in this city, in the world, and that really everyone's looking for something different. And so it was really encouraging to see how many people were there, and how many people were so interested in that, and knowing that like that's just not my crowd, and actually to be able to then magnetize my crowd and my people that I've already been doing and have that feel so good. Like, awesome. How exciting to know that I can also magnetize my people. So all this is to say that I really wanted to encourage all of you guys who are wanting to create events or wanting to go out there and create something amazing in your lives and in your businesses, and know that you can, attract that tribe that you're looking for, and that you can actually create the business that is totally going to resonate, not only for you, of course, but also really make the heart sing, heart sing in the audience and the people that you're looking to attract, and that they're out there. And so this is also a lot about, what is the integrity that you're putting out in your marketing? What is it that, how much are you actually walking the talk that you're putting out there? And actually, even before that, how much are you even putting yourself out there, right? I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are so brilliant and they have so much to offer, and their offers aren't even seeing the light of day. People don't even know that this is what they have to offer, right? Which is often when they come to me and I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome, everyone. I feel like I'm like an agent sometimes, where I'm like, everyone needs to know about this. Like, do you realize how many people need this? And that this is knocking on your door for you to be able to go out there and share this with the world, and share it with the people who are looking for someone just like you. So, reassuring message. I hope that resonates with everyone. Just to go out there and share your message with the world. And I mean, first and foremost, if you're not sharing at all, start sharing and like actually get it out. And this doesn't have to look like anyone else. If that doesn't resonate with you, do it your way. And that might be that it's like really small. I mean, one of my clients, I just adore how she does it so authentically to who she is. She is not, and this is the same with me, like not about being the expert, not about being, knowing everything and having all the answers, but instead she so vulnerably shows up exactly how she is and tells a truth about where she is in her own process. And that is also what is the very same thing that makes the people that are working with her feel safe. They connect with her, they resonate with her. And so, there are some people, I think, that do want to find the guru that knows everything, and they want to find the expert. Nothing wrong with that. But I know certainly in my business, I resonate with those people who want to be super authentic, super real. And I was even really having this insight as I was at this event today, like, wow, what if in the future, when I'm having a big event like this, it wasn't that big of an event today, but like, I'm having an event and there's somebody in the audience like me. So it was such a powerful experience for me regardless, because I was like, okay, what if I'm having an event and there's somebody in the audience like me? And, all events, usually there's some people that are kind of like crossing their arms and I'm not so sure. And I was kind of that person today, not in any judgment, but just in that, I wasn't the target audience. And I'm really clear on that, right? Like, I'm someone who knows who I want to be listening to. And so I admit that I was being too polite by not getting up and walking out. Too polite in the sense that I was, wanting to be nice, and it was too small of a crowd in order for that not be totally noticeable. So I stayed with it, and I saw what else I could learn. But I was just putting myself like in that reverse position of like, okay, the day comes that I have an event, and there are going to be probably people in the audience, especially as they grow. And I'm sure actually I have already spoken to events and audiences that there's people in the audience that aren't feeling it. And this was a small enough group where had it been in the reverse, I really would have loved to have the opportunity of potentially even, connecting with that person and just, getting a sense of where they're at, and being able to create that space for authentic sharing. I know it's so much easier said than done sometimes, especially in the pressure of like a crowd and you're kind of just trying to get through the content. But I'm such a huge fan of like authentic sharing and essentially like no bullshit, right? And I think that's what was happening today is like my bullshit meter was just like neat, neat, neat. And I was like not digging it at all. And so, and that's different for everybody, but like that was what was happening with me. And so maybe it wouldn't have been a smart choice. And maybe this speaker kind of knew that I wasn't, I mean, they called on me anyway, which I was like full body no. But it was just such a fascinating experience. Anyway, all that is to say, one of my takeaways I have to share is that here's what I know about the people that I attract in my business is they are total rebels. I attract rebels, just like me, who basically this is why they're not in business or that's not why they don't have a job, and why they are in business, why you might be, if you're watching this, why you might be in business for yourself is that you're kind of a rebel. You want to do your own thing. You want to do it your own way. And I have one of my clients, actually, this is in one of our spotlight interviews. I think it's in Catherine's interview that she had commented how she really thought that working with me as a coach meant that I was going to like tell her what to do. And I was like, girl, you would not have listened to me anyway had I told you, because you're a rebel. I work with these rebel spirits who are so creative. They don't want to be confined. You don't want to be told what to do. Like, yes, we have like this strategic guidance and this, grounded step-by-step that can come into play sometimes. But a lot of that knowledge is free. Like, you can go on YouTube and find a lot of knowledge. Do you want somebody who's actually going to challenge you to step into your own choice, your own agency? Get clear on your own and actually have that, stand in the fire with you as you really go through your own transformational process. And that's what this is all about, right? And she's seeing the effects of it. She worked with me as a VIP, and now she's stepping into my small group coaching program this year, because she sees the transformation that has happened for her, not just in her business, not just in this really sometimes very tangible things that we see. Yes, that's important, but it's who she is. It's how she's showing up. It's what she has created and birthed into the world. It's how she's responding to people in her life, challenging situations that come up. Like, this is the deep, hard work that as we are stepping into being more, conscious entrepreneurs, like embodied leaders. This is embodied leadership. This is about us, learning how to grow this muscle of being able to face the challenging stuff when it comes up. And so I'm kind of just ranting here, but I will just say that, that was kind of my like turn it around experience in this event, where I was like, I actually would, first of all, I feel like I would magnetize a lot more like-minded people. That's kind of like the premise of all of my marketing guidance that I do with any of my clients anyway, is very much about knowing who you are, and actually really even being open to polarizing at the very beginning. Even like you watching this, like you might not be down with some of the language that I use, or you might not be resonant with some of it, right? Like some of it may not resonate with you, and that's okay. I don't want to work with everyone, right? I want to work with people who are really excited about working with me, and that's what I want my clients to be working with as well. You're not begging anyone to work with you. You want to work with people who are like, I am so picking up what you're putting down, and this is awesome. So I even know that about my website. If you go to my website and you're like, what is this like woo-woo crazy talk that I can't even relate to, you're probably not the right client for me, right? But if you end up coming there, there's most often what happens on the flip side is that people come to my website and they're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for. That's the person that I probably want to work with. So even in my events and even in all the marketing that I do, it's all resonant. Like that's the story that you're telling, that's the vibration that you're putting off. And therefore, hopefully I'll have a crowd of people that are going to be totally ready for what I want to deliver because I have drawn them in with that integrity, right? So I think that was like the first hit that was a little bit off for me. Like something was out of alignment. Like, it said one thing and it was delivering another. So that's my invitation for all of you guys, is that as you step into wanting to like birth your big ideas into the world and really just know that there is space for your unique magic in the world, and that you might find along the way that you run into some people that you just don't resonate with. There's a lot of coaches out there. There's a lot of people teaching, and you may not resonate with all of them. And every little thing is a learning opportunity. Even this experience that I had today that left me kind of like really not with a good feeling. I was like, what can I learn from this, right? And yeah, so just knowing that like I'm going to have rebels in my audiences. I'm going to have people that are like, I don't know about this woman and, this, that, and the other, but I'm so not afraid. I feel really grateful for that experience today because I actually know that, of course, they don't want to feel like, they don't know, or that, maybe something's off for them, and actually that would be my invitation right there to say, if this isn't feeling resonant for you, like you can get up and go. And I didn't feel like we really had that option today. It was a way different sales vibe. So I'm grateful for that opportunity so that I can have that reflection, and hopefully some part of this reflection has helped you too. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are.